Hi everybody, this is Osprey from MyChartCoach.com, and in this video we're going to take a look at the cryptocurrencies. Okay, first up we're going to look at Bitcoin. We're going to take a look here at the Coinbase chart. As you can see, it came down here after breaking the middle Bollinger Band. It came down to that 50-day simple moving average. That is the green line here. It held that level, so that's exactly what everybody wanted to see if you're a bull, and most people I believe are. Bounced off of that level, and then yesterday it closed above EMAs 4, 8, and 13. That was the bullish close that we were looking for. You know, the last close above those levels was on the 26th. So now today there is follow through. So this is exactly what you want to see. You want to see EMA 13, that orange line, turn into support. And then now the next key level to break is that middle Bollinger Band right here at 15,682. So a close above this line right here would signal the possible start of a new uptrend. So 15,862 is the key level to break. Okay, if we look at the Bitcoin Bitstamp chart, the last one was the Coinbase chart. This is the Bitstamp, and then as you can see here, it's back above the neckline. It bounced off the 50-day simple moving average, the green line here. It's back above EMAs 4, 8, and 13. Nice close above that level yesterday. And then today there's the bullish change in trend with another green candle forming. Noticed on the 27th, the red candle formed after closing above key resistance levels. So this is a bullish change in trend, exactly what bulls want to see. And so for Bitstamp, the key level to break is that middle Bollinger Band, the solid purple line at 15,544. A close above that level could signal the possible start of a new uptrend. Okay, so keep an eye on 15,544. Okay, let's look at Bitcoin Cash. As you can see down here, this is the Bitstamp chart, and it dropped below the middle Bollinger Band. That's the solid purple line, currently at 2567, and so it's back above that level. So it's above EMAs 4, 8, 8, and 13, and back above the middle Bollinger Band. So that means the uptrend is back intact here. So as long as it stays above those levels, the uptrend should continue. Check out the green dots here. They're getting ready to flip. The P-star level's currently at 2927. So when the share price hits that level, the dots will flip below the candles for the first PSAR bull flip. Does it look like there was one possibly back here on the 5th? Okay, yeah. So Bitcoin Cash is heating up as well. Possible uptrend starting here, and then we have Bitcoin Gold. Okay, so Bitcoin Gold was following Bitcoin, and it was below the middle Bollinger Band, but it had dropped below the 50-day simple moving average. That's the green line here. Currently at 267. So it needs to get above the green line at 267, and then the middle Bollinger Band at 275. If it can get above both those levels, then it could get a new uptrend going. Fail to break those levels would signal more consolidation. It's currently breaking EMA 13 after closing above EMAs 4 and 8. That's the pink and green lines yesterday. So if it can stay above that orange line, that would be bullish. So Bitcoin Gold is heating up as well. You know, we're looking at this as a bottom bounce play. As you can see, it is bouncing off of key support here, and so yeah, if it can hold support here, notice there's a double bottom bounce here, and get back above 275, it could possibly get an uptrend going, so keep an eye on it. Let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum is breaking out higher today, so check that out. After breaking out above high close horizontal resistance yesterday, so the closing price back here was the key level to break. Let's see, that was the closing price on the 19th of December, and then yesterday there was a close above that level, and so that signaled more upside potential, and then today it's pushing higher. So this is on blue sky breakout. It made the all-time high yesterday, and today it's looking to push even higher. So yeah, 888 is the key level to break. So yeah, as long as EMA 4 down there at 823 support is holding, the uptrend is super strong. You want to see this 817 level, the previous high close, turn into support on a pullback. Yeah, this is a blue sky breakout. Okay, let's look at Xrp. This is another blue sky breakout. You know, it's trading at all-time high levels here. Notice how the candles are pushing hard, riding EMA 4 resist or support higher. That's that pink line here. You know, that level has been holding this entire push, So this has been a beautiful run. This breakout down here above the 40s just signaled it wanted to head higher, and then now it's pushing back up to that all-time high, which is up here at 247, and so that's going to be the next key level to break. So you want to see a break above 247 to make a new all-time high. If it drops below EMA 4 at 213, that will be your first clue that it's going to possibly consolidate, and then you can see a drop down to EMA 8 down there at 188. But this is a really nice uptrend, really strong follow through. Congrats everyone, great way to start the year. Okay, let's look at Litecoin. So Litecoin had the similar move to Bitcoin, and it had pulled back. It got below the middle Bollinger Band here on the 27th, and then it started this downtrend, and then yesterday it closed above EMAs 4, 8, and 13. That was the bullish move everyone was looking for. It held this 207 support zone. That was the close from back here on the 11th. Now it's back above the orange line. It's back above EMA 13. That's exactly what you want to see. You want to see 249, 250 turn into support if you're a bull, and then the next key level to break is going to be that middle Bollinger Band up there at 275.50. If it can get back above 275, then it could get the uptrend going again. You can see it run back up to 350. If it fails to hold that orange line, or EMAs 4, 8, and 13, if it drops back below, that would signal more consolidation. And then to the upside, if it can get above that 275 and hold that level, then it can start getting that uptrend going again that it had so strongly before that pullback. Okay, let's look at Monero here. So Monero is back above the middle Bollinger Band. This is exactly what we want to see on the other plays that are below that level currently. Monero did not drop as far. It was holding the middle Bollinger Band. It got below that level on the 30th, and then yesterday it closed back above. So that was a really nice move, and then it's following through again today. So this is exactly what the bulls want to see. The big level to break now is going to be the closing price here on the 27th. So right there at about 376, 377. If it can break above that, then it could run up there to that 420 level, which that would be the closing price up here on the what is that, the 21st. And then if it can get above that closing price on the 21st, then you're talking about a run back up to that all-time high close, which is up there at 471. So 376, 419, 471, those are the big levels to break. If it fails to get above this 377 resistance level, it could consolidate more. It really needs to break above, because there's only a couple of key resistance levels above that. This has been the tough zone to break. As long as it holds that middle Bollinger Band, it can keep this previous uptrend going. So yeah, nice move by Monero. We'll see if it can hold that middle Bollinger Band support. Notice that Dash has the same pattern. So that's what happens here when you have computer algorithmic trading programs that are in charge. You get a lot of charts that look exactly the same. And so as you can tell here, Monero and Dash have been following the same pattern. It had the peak, the pullback, it was holding the middle Bollinger Band. It got below the middle Bollinger Band, and then today it's back above. So yeah, if it can stay above that middle Bollinger Band, that's going to signal it wants to head higher. In order to head higher, though, it has to break high close horizontal resistance. So I always recommend putting in your horizontal resistance lines. That'll help you find the next key levels to break. It just makes it easier to read the chart, and then you have a clear targets. And so basically right here, it needs to break 1178. If it can close above 1178, oh yeah, I forgot about that one there, that you have the close down here at 1310. So above 1178, you could get a run up there to 13, break 1310, and the all-time high close is 1427. If it fails to hold that middle Bollinger Band, that's when you could see consolidation and a possible downtrend. And the risk on these cryptocurrencies, if they don't hold the middle Bollinger Band and keep the uptrends going, is a potential drop down to the 50-day simple moving average on the daily chart. So that's the downside risk. Okay, so take a look at Trx. Yeah, this has been pushing really hard. So this has the Alibaba connection, so it has the Baba investors have been investing in this, and it's been pushing higher. Notice there was the big volume yesterday, a big volume spike and a pullback from high of day. So that is looking like a temporary climax spike. You have the red candle following. So when you have a multi-day run, and then you have a push above the upper Bollinger Band, the solid purple line is the upper Bollinger Band, and a pullback from high of day with a long upper wick, many times that signals it's going to cool down, when it's accompanied with a large volume spike. Notice there was increasing volume with the big spike. We call it the climax spike. It doesn't mean the run's done. It just means that it's possibly going to take a pause here. As long as EMA4 down here is holding, EMA4 support down here at 443, that the uptrend's still super strong. It just when it starts pushing above the upper Bollinger Band, it signals it could take a little breather. You notice back here in December it was pushing higher when it was forming a similar pattern. So we're going to see here if it can continue this December kind of thing, where it can keep pushing higher. Take a pause one day, another green candle the next day, and keep holding EMA4 support, or is it going to close below EMA4 and then consolidate? What you want to see now is this is a blue sky breakout. It has made the all-time high up here at 646 yesterday, and then in order to head higher, it needs to keep making new high closes. So it's always about that new high close. So currently the key level to break is this 528 level. The chart's still super strong. It had a big run, took a little some profit taking yesterday, and you can tell there's that lower wick on today's candle showing loading off of EMA4 support. Okay, let's look at NEM, ticker symbol XEM BTC. This one has a really nice uptrend. It's been running well off the lows down here. I mean, this has been a huge winner. Check out how it was down here at 1, and then it's up here at 8. It's 800% gain since the beginning of December. So congrats everybody that's trading this. It's currently hitting the key resistance level, the key zone. It's getting into the zone here, and this is August. The August 10th closing price is going to be the big level at 8.6, and so if it can get above that, it's hitting this cluster of candles right now, this 8 to 8.6 zone. If it can close above 8.6, that would be really bullish, and then you could see it run up to 9, possibly 10. That would be the June resistance levels. So it's hitting this support from June and resistance from August. If it can get through that zone, then it could run up to 10. It's filling the jar back to that level. It's riding EMA4 support. As you can see here, it has a really strong uptrend going. It's trading above all the moving averages. This is the 50, 100, 200, and 300-day simple moving average. It's above the middle Bollinger Band, which is the 20-day simple moving average. It's riding EMA's 4 and 8 support higher. So it has a very strong uptrend. They're just slowly walking this higher. So as long as EMA4 is holding, it signals the chart is strong. If it pulls below, that would signal it's cooling down. Once it closes below EMA8, since that's been the key level that's been holding below EMA4, that's when you could finally see some consolidation. But as long as support's holding, the swing trade signal is to keep riding. Okay, let's look at ADA. So yeah, congrats everyone. I know people were on this over the weekend, and then yeah, it had some yesterday it formed that red candle with the long upper wick. It took a little pause, but today it pushed higher, so this is really impressive. It doesn't want to slow down. That lower wick on yesterday's candle, you can see how it dropped down to about 4.5. There was heavy loading. Well, not heavy loading, the volume wasn't that big, but people loaded off the bottom. And people are just holding. There's not a lot of selling. They're just pushing it higher. People are riding this. Notice that it just started trading back here in October. So this is a brand new currency. It's on a blue sky breakout. It looks like it made an all-time new high today. It's right there at that all-time high from yesterday. And so you just want to see it continue making new highs and riding EMA4 support if you are a bull. Once you get that close below EMA4, that's when you could finally see it consolidating. But yeah, this has been a really strong chart, so congrats everyone. Okay, let's look at Xlm. Okay, so yeah, this one is parabolic. I wanted to show you this chart so you could see where it started trading back here in 2015 in November. It looks like November 19th, 2015 it started, and then as you can see, it's really been heating up with the big volume coming in this year. In October, it picked up. And then it's just been increasing. Notice the really tight Bollinger Bands, the purple lines here, the Bollinger Bands. They're so tight it's hard to see. It's hard to read. That was a signal that it was setting up to break out higher. It was trading above all the moving averages, and then it really got cooking here in December. Okay, so right now it's just pushing hard. Look how it's gone from basically 20 cents all the way up to 70 cents in the last few sessions. Today's candle is is above the upper Bollinger Band. It is above the EMA4. So EMA4 down there at basically 52 cents is the key level to hold. If it keeps pushing higher, you just want to see it keep making new highs. It made a new all-time high, and it's going for a possibly new all-time high close today. So this is just a really strong chart. It's breaking out higher. That close below EMA4 will be your first clue that it's possibly consolidating. And if you missed it and you're trying to jump in, that could give you a chance on the pullback. That's what you want to try to do if you miss these plays. Is how it was pushing back here in December. You wait for the pullback and then you try to load on the dip and for the next push higher. So that's usually much safer than trying to chase. If you chase, you have to be really tight on play the intraday charts and be sure to use your entry point as your stop loss. You don't want to see it drop below your entry if you're chasing. Okay, let's look at Salt. Okay, so Salt is pulling back here. It made that really nice move above 6.1. That's this red line down here. That was the key level we wanted to see break, and that happened on the 21st of December. And then so it ran up. It had that great run up to 12. It basically doubled after it broke above 6, and then it pulled back. It formed this bearish harami reversal pattern, a big red candle. Notice that the volume spike that I was talking about before, it had the climax spike here. It was pushing the big volume and then the red candle. And so it got below EMA4, and then now it's at the key support level. This is where it should bounce. It should bounce off of 0008, this middle Bollinger Band down here. What is this exactly? 0.0075, so 7.6 basically. Where these lower wicks are hitting, they're hitting right on this purple line, which is the middle Bollinger Band on the daily chart. It needs to hold that level. If that breaks, you can see down here the green line. That is the 50-day simple moving average at 0.06. It's lined up with our previous breakout level. So we really don't want to see a test, that level tested, but it possibly could, since it just broke out above that level. If it does, that would be a key level to bounce off. So we want to see a bounce here off of the 8 zone, the 7.5 to 8 zone. And if that breaks, then you're looking for a bounce off of 6. But this is where it should find some support, so keep an eye on it. Okay, thank you very much for viewing this video. If you'd like to learn more about charts and technical analysis, please check this out at our new chat. I'll post the link below the YouTube video. Okay, thank you.